So here we are. It's the it's launch eve, splash eve. It's been well, about 3 weeks of work. Got out here on the like the 12th. It's now the 2nd of October, so maybe a little under 3 weeks, but gotten a lot done. I'm pretty excited. I'm actually pretty excited about the progress we've made, and I'm exceedingly excited about putting her in the water tomorrow. You know, every night well, not every night, but most nights we've taken a walk at the end of the night after all our work is done to the end of the dock, where you can kind of take you can look to the left and see the bridge that we'll have to call tomorrow to let us out into Raritan Bay. And from there we head east a little ways to get to Sandy Hook, and from there we head out into the ocean, and we're going to head south and see how quickly we can make it down to Cape May and into Delaware Bay. I'd like to do that as quickly as we can if everything's up and running. So exciting time. It's kind of hard to describe how excited I am. We've put a lot of work into this boat in the last 3 weeks. A lot of work into this boat, and I really do believe that she's ready and we're ready. So let's do this. Let the adventure begin tomorrow morning, if I can sleep tonight.
How are you feeling?
Feeling good. Got a little bit of dripping from the stuffing box. Got a little bit of a drip from one of the hose connections to the farthest forward seacock, but fortunately it's not the leak. The leak is from the hose, and by the hose clamp, not the seacock itself, so the through hole's good. Yeah.
Where are you right now?
I'm in the water.
Why is that a big deal?
Because it's the first time this boat's been in the water in a couple of years, and it's the first time we've had her in the water ever. How do you feel?
I feel so good. I'm so scared.
I'm pretty excited.
Just get a full vantage point of the slings. Wow.
I
Wow.
want to see how she's floating, but I can't really get off very well right now. I'm
No.
stuck while they're on that.
How did you get on?
What?
I don't really understand how you got on.
Well, he had me get on while it was up higher, so it's a little bit easier.
Got it.
And he said they're going to go on the coffee break so I can check for leaks.
Now you're stuck on.
She is not sinking.
You're stuck on Lucille.
I asked Meg to help me carry the anchor chain while I carry the anchor and the rope, and this is how she elected.
It's really heavy.
How she elected to do it.
My neck. Okay, let's get out of here.
Okay, let's do this.
Ouch. Any cruiser will tell you the moment you get the boat in the water, it's finally starting to become real. We had a few items left on our to-do list. We also needed to get Mason acclimated to his new home. There's a poochie on the boat.
Hey, buddy. How you doing? Is this too steep for you? What do you think?
Yeah, I would say so. Sheesh.
Or do you know
Want to come down?
Do you know where his harness is?
Yeah, it's up front.
Hi. Hi. Where's
Come
Meg?
on down.
He's like, is there another way in?
Come on down.
Well,
You
he's
can do
step
it.
right there. Yeah, you got it. Come on, bud. Come on.
Boy.
Good job. Okay, one more. You're doing great.
You can do
You're
it.
doing great. Come on.
Can you
Come
go
here.
slow?
No, so close. Come on, bud. Try again.
Good
Good
boy.
job. Can you go one more? Good job.
Yeah.
Mason.
Wow.
Way to go, buddy.
That was awesome, bud.
First try.
Wow.
Pretty impressive. Pretty impressive seagoing pooch.
That night we took Lucille out for her first spin with us so we could try out the engine, and we were greeted with a beautiful sunset.
And the next day, we were off. We set out at dawn to catch the high tide and a bridge opening. It was thrilling to watch busy highways open for us, as though we were royalty. Our adventure had officially begun, but we had no idea what was truly in store for us. Do this.
Woo!
Beautiful sunrise happening over there.
Take a peek.
Hey, Cappy. Tell us about the morning.
Good? What's the question?
Tell us about the morning.
They said, how's about the morning? And I was like, well, I don't know that phrase. But, well, we are off. We're out of that stupid creek. I'm pretty excited about that.
Tell us about the creek. What happened?
It's just that you can only leave during high tide, which is twice a day, and the timing was basically 6 in the morning or 6 at night. Actually 7 in the morning today. So yeah, we got out of there at high tide. We did not run aground. I'm pretty excited about that. The bridge is open for us, even though we were a hair late, waiting for Megan to come back from the bathroom.
Okay.
And now we're just motoring down the channel. We'll have to find somewhere to stop and fill up with diesel, our tank and our spares and everything. Maybe get some breakfast. I don't know if we'll get that lucky or not.
Yes,
but then we're just gonna keep motoring through the channel. We're gonna put Megan behind the wheel at some point, and I'm gonna keep working on some rigging stuff that I'm still putting together. This thing is a science project to rig.
After fueling up, we anchored at Sandy Hook and took our very first dinghy trip to shore. Mason, as always, enjoyed the chance to show off his frisbee skills and cool off.
Well, that was a heck of a first day of cruising. We motored across Raritan Bay over to Sandy Hook. Needed to get fuel and water and ice and stuff. I guess we have water, but took a stop. Had a beautiful evening on the beach. Mason got to get some exercise. The first time we dinghied ashore. Had a nice secluded beach to hang out on for a while, and then at about 4 when we got back to the boat, we decided to make a run just to try and get down to, the first real inlet down the coast is Shark River Inlet, and thought, we'll just motor down there, get a little ways on our way down to Cape May, to see if we could make a longer run tomorrow. Probably about, I don't know, what did we get, about 5 or 6 miles into a 20-mile trip. Megan was talking on the phone to her over-worrier mother, and I was watching, the RPMs just started to drop a little bit, and I had the throttle up and was like, what is going on right now? And I was kind of trying to give Megan a signal, apparently very poorly, to end the call so that we didn't exhibit any panic that she could pick up on. So the RPMs continued to drop, and then eventually the engine died, and we're out in about, 3 or 4 foot seas with a headwind, and the boat quickly drifted to kind of be parallel to the waves, so we were getting rolled pretty good while I was trying to look at the engine. And there's a hose disconnected down there. It actually not disconnected, I think the end kind of broke off. So I was kind of looking at it, but then we decided to just sail back and anchor where we were. And it was a little hard to get to some things because the engine was still pretty hot, so I'm just going to let it cool down and take a look tonight and tomorrow. But I think it's safe to say we're not getting to
Talk about my expert sailing.
Megan did a great job sailing while I was down there looking at the engine for a while. So
I knew the right way to put
well
the jib.
done. Yeah.
Not getting talked about. So we're still pretty close to New York City. Haven't made a ton of progress. A few steps forwards, a few steps back.
Looking back now, it was a pretty impressive first day. We planned to cover a lot of ground, but as we would quickly learn, sometimes Lucille had other plans. In our next episodes, we have even more engine problems, head to the Annapolis Boat Show where we bond with a truckload of incredible people, and officially rechristen the boat with our dear friends Jessica and Ben. Thanks for watching Stay Afloat Sailing.